going on, YouTube? Sorry, it's been a minute, but being that Enzo's here, life is a bit more busy for me now. Just wanted to take a second real quick. Hi, Annalicia. I told her I'd mention her in the first 20 seconds of the next video, so there you go. But anyways, it's been busy with Enzo being here, and I've been focusing on growing my short form content as well, so I apologize. I've missed some videos, but as you guys see in the topic of this video, this is going to be my evaluation of myself based off of when I was natural to now being enhanced. First thing I wanted to talk about is the strength gains. So my pressing power has gone up considerably. Overall strength has gone up considerably. And that's to be expected using PEDs, right? And I'm not using anything that should be boosting my strength up incredibly, right? I'm still using 350 test, 400 primo, and right now I'm using 4 units of growth hormone a night. Nothing crazy. And so peak fat boy, right, before I was like, I want to be a bodybuilder or whatever, right, and I didn't really take it seriously, I was pressing the hundreds with shitty form for like 10. First time I picked them up, I was doing them for 3, but peak shitty form, peak fat boy, I was doing them for like 10 on flat bench. Now I'm doing the 130s for 10, slow and controlled, slow all the way down, squeeze all the way up. The biggest thing that I will say that I have noticed is the power in my legs is every week I am able to progress my legs with a movement, right? Whether that be my Romanian deadlift or my squats or sometimes both, because I have upper lower days, so I have 2 lower days. Both of my lower days are going to be quad and hamstring focused. So 2 hamstring movements, 2 quad movements. But I'm able to make gains with that weekly. So that's amazing right there. Strength has been crazy. Size comparison, you guys have been following my journey. I prepped for roughly 6 months going into my first natty show, and I looked amazing. I was lean, fucking awesome, right? My second natty show, I put on 2 pounds from 178 to 180. I stepped on stage at the next show, 180, and I won that West Coast Naturals. So 180, roughly the same leanness. I was roughly, let's say, sub 5.5% body fat, because I didn't get a body fat test, so I don't know what I was at, but looking at myself, straight glutes, sub 5.5% body fat. I started my test anavar mast going into my 3rd show. 265 test, 200 mast, and 12.5 mgs anavar. Obviously running T3, T4, Clen. You know, that's cutting agents though, that's not gonna help with my strength, but I put on size eating 1,700 calories a day. I went from 180 to 195 at my next show in 1 month. Roughly the same leanness. Let's say 6% body fat going into the next show. That was incredible to me. But the one thing that I noticed was my hunger was insane. So I was able to, curb my hunger quite well for my natty shows. I hopped on and it was like I had never eaten anything before. So that was the biggest thing that I've noticed. Even to this day, like maintaining my leanness, I am still very hungry, and that's something that I noticed. Training intensity. So I'm a bit of a crazy guy. You guys see my videos. I'm a bit of a crazy guy, and I like training hard anyways. I will say it hasn't really changed for me training, outside of like the pumps and like the ability to turn up that anger for me in the gym, or like being able to like push smarter in the gym mentally. It's there. So that's what I've noticed. But it doesn't not necessarily make it easier. You still have to have that mentality to want to grow and want to do better, because training is the same, natty or enhanced. The only difference that's going to be is recovery times, right? So the volume that I'm pushing or the frequency of what I'm pushing may not be for everybody, right? And that's individual based. That's not even just PED based. But overall speaking, the amount of volume that a PED user can handle and recover from is probably going to be different than a natty user, than a natty trainer. For me, so real quick, was it worth it? For me, it's been 100% worth it. I have huge aspirations to become an IFBB pro, and I'm really documenting that here on my YouTube channel. And I think that's something that you guys have been able to, you know, be with me and see, is that, you know, super lean to now, you know, biggest that I've ever been. Well, let's not say it like that. I'm the leanest that I've ever been at 233 pounds right now. 233 pounds, and I am roughly in the neighborhood of 10 to 11% body fat. Still got veins. I got fucking quad veins just sitting here. I know you guys probably can't see it, but I got quad veins just sitting here. And to me, that's nuts. You know, considering that my legs have always been my weakest point, it's crazy. So I think it's worth it because I feel like every day I'm working more towards my goal of open bodybuilder, staying lean, keeping my blood markers healthy. I'm 233 pounds, 11% body fat, let's say that. Goal for this end of this year would be 280 plus, same body fat percentage. And I realistically think that's possible. We're in February right now, February 5th. And we have 11 months to put on 50 plus pounds. Plus a next couple of months going after that to even put on some more size. So I want to put on quality tissue. I don't want to be super fat. I don't want to, you know, bulk traditionally. I want to get big and be able to see the clear difference of the muscle that I'm gaining. So it kind of leads me into the next topic, muscle growth, natty versus enhanced. This is going to be hard for me to say because, again, like, I was a lot of fun in the gym before I was enhanced. I wasn't, you know, necessarily training like a bodybuilder. I was just having fun, you know, pushing weight, squatting weight, lifting weight, whatever, you know, I was having fun. And as I saw what my body was capable of, I started training more seriously and more seriously. So overall speaking, going from fat to super lean, my muscle mass was there. Like, yeah, it was great. So I noticed it, but I've been keeping my diet super clean. I've had, you know, you guys see my reward meal once a week. I've put on, you know, 195 to 233. That's 40 pounds, 38 pounds. I'm put on 38 pounds in, what are we at? This is February, so from September, October, November, December, January, February, 6 months. Plus the 15 pounds from the show. So 38 plus 15, we are at close to 50 pounds, right? No, over 50 pounds, 53 pounds that I've put on in my opinion, in lean tissue. There's some water weight, there's some fat, obviously, for sure, but 53 pounds of lean tissue. It's fucking nuts. Crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Okay, so another thing I want to go over, it's because I like to go over this a lot, is my mental health. I did a lot of introspective thinking. I did a lot of asking myself questions. I did a lot of talking with my wife. I did a lot of just making sure that I was okay mentally before I started taking PEDs, because I know that, you know, you can get angry, you can get anxiety, you can get whatever the case may be, depending on what you're taking, obviously, but, you know, the level of aggression is going to be higher than normal. So mentally, in my head, I have been able to distinguish when my feelings are valid versus when I'm just being irrational, and it hasn't made it any different for me than before. And this is going to be individual specific, but like, I had anxiety before. I still have the same anxiety, but it's nothing that I can't talk myself down, you know, because we all get anxiety. That's normal. Humans get anxiety. We get anxious for things in life. I get angry, and I got angry before. What human do you know that doesn't get angry? We all, you know, we get cut off in traffic, and you're just like, fuck that guy, fuck that chick, you know, whatever the case may be, right? And you talk yourself down because it's stupid and irrational. It probably they didn't see you, whatever the case may be. It's irrational. So I always back myself down off this ledge. So I can't say that it's affected my mental health, because I don't feel any differently outside of being able to go to the gym and turn on the aggression a little bit more than prior, you know, and pumps are nasty. So the pressure to go enhanced, the reason I decided to go enhanced is because I was being very realistic with myself. I'm not Ronnie Coleman. I'm not fucking Phil Heath. You know, I'm Preston Wilmore. I was a fat guy, right? And I only have 10 to 15 years to actually be a competitive bodybuilder. 30 years old. I started wanting to be serious about bodybuilding when I was 29. Realistically speaking, I don't have, you know, 6 years to reach my natural potential. I wanted to be serious about bodybuilding, and being serious about bodybuilding, actually being a professional bodybuilder, there's no way around having to do PEDs. So I wanted to be as healthy and be able to do it as longevity promoting as possible. So the reason that I did it is because I wanted to be an IFBB pro, and I'm gonna make that happen, right? So I haven't been training since I was a teenager. I've been training since I was 28 years old, you know? And realistically speaking, seeing the gains that I've made in 3 years of training as from 28 to now, I think, it's not unreasonable for me to say that I can step on the Olympia stage in the next 10 years. That's a big claim, but I don't give a fuck what claim that is, because I believe it, right? And this is something that I'll tell you guys all the time, is if you don't believe in yourself, nobody's gonna believe in you. I believe that in the next 10 years, all these little bodybuilding channels, all the news outlets that are bodybuilding related, all the supplement companies are gonna know my fucking name when I step on that Olympia stage, right? And we're marking that February 5th, 2025, 2525. The day that my son was supposed to be born, but he came a little early. 2525. I will be on the Olympia stage in the next 10 fucking years, and I will work so hard to do that for myself. I don't care about anybody else in this world. I want to do that for me. I want to do that to show my family what's possible. My wife believes in me. My son's here now, and I really have to show him what it means to believe in yourself and make shit happen for your life, right? So next 10 years, I will be on the Olympia stage. That is why I wanted to go enhanced, is because I believe that is 100% possible for me. If you don't have aspirations of being an IFBB pro, you want to just be in great shape and get really lean and do a show, there's natural shows now. You can be a natural IFBB pro, and that's great. The reason that, I think that there's a lot of stigma behind social media, and you see all these people that are extremely big and shredded, and you're seeing the top 1% of the top 1%, and I've said this before. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? I compare myself to where I was at last year, and I look at myself in the mirror now. We always tend to have body dysmorphia, especially as you go to the gym, because you know what you can improve, and I look and I have to remind myself of where I was at last year at this point in time, what I've improved on, what I've changed, how much I've grown. So you could do great as a natural. Just don't compare yourself to the people on social media. You're seeing the top 1% of the top 1%. You got to believe in what you can do, right? If you have a great physique and you're not really caring about having the best physique, fuck the pressure. What are you pressured for? You're pressured by some people that you're never gonna meet? You're pressured by some people that don't know you exist? You're pressured by some people that don't care about you? Why? I put the pressure on myself to be an IFBB pro for me. People seeing me, and that's amazing, right? And I'm glad that I'm able to motivate people along my journey. But there's a lot of people that, want to be the young, you look great in that, and that's great. There's a lot of people that will achieve a physique like I have to hear that. And that is not the reason that I'm doing this. The reason that I'm doing this is because I've always had aspirations to be a bodybuilder. I've always looked up to bodybuilding. I've always thought that shit was cool, and I've said this before. I used to watch bodybuilding on ESPN, when they would show some of the Ronnie Coleman videos or Jay Cutler videos, and they'd be going throughout their day, eating 6, 7, 8 meals a day, chicken, broccoli, and rice, and having their pills, and going to train and training like a fucking psychopath. I've always thought that shit was cool, so I'm doing this for like little kid me. I love it just doesn't matter how of a challenge it is, and sometimes I'll say it's easier if I was just normal, and then I realize that I'm not fucking normal. There's no definition of normal. Your normal is your normal. What other people think. So I think that you need to get out there and be the best version of you, whatever that case is, whatever you are. You want to be the best video gamer and you make sure you're in okay shape and you're physically fit, then do that. But be the best video gamer you can be. You want to be the best, you want to be the best bank manager. I've gone over this before. Just be the best you. Just make sure that you do what you need to do to be okay mentally. I think that social media has opened up a gate of people that, think that they need to be the best. And you do need to be the best, but you need to be the best at what you do. There's a lot of competition in this fitness space, and that's amazing, right? I'm not talking that down, but it's also misleading to people that think that, they are subpar because they're seeing the best of the best in the world. It's like, think about 60 years ago. The only bodybuilding that you would see is in, you know, Flex magazine or Muscle and Fitness and, you know, ESPN, or you'd have to call into Gold's Venice to find out who won the Olympia, you know, or, you know, changed. You would see the best of the best, you know? So now having readily access to people with Greek god physiques are changing people's mindsets, and it's developing a lot of, you know, body dysmorphia. And but you guys need to be happy with what you've earned. Compare yourself to where you were last year. Compare yourself to where you were a month ago. Compare how you're eating now to how you used to eat, you know? The small wins are what matter. So kind of went on a tangent, but yeah, for me, PEDs was the move. I feel okay. I keep my blood work healthy. I keep my mind healthy, and I'm pushing hard for, you know, being an IFBB pro bodybuilder. If you guys are looking to have online coaching to go from fat to fit, to, you know, get shredded for the 2025 season, if you're looking to compete, if you're looking to be in the best shape of your life, shoot me a DM on TikTok or Instagram. I'll also leave a link to my WhatsApp down below. DM me for online coaching. Very affordable, guys. I love talking about this. I love being able to help you guys with your diet and training and optimizing that. And I put together all of that stuff for you, so you guys don't have to put any of the worry behind it. So come support me, come support my family by shooting me a DM for online coaching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out to your friends if you enjoyed. I appreciate you guys watching. This has been your boy, Bethlehem the Beast, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.